Yeah, like I mentioned, I could trick Volkbert. Look at this fucker. I could easily trick him. That's such a bitch thing to do, though. Like, I actually feel bad because he'd get in so much trouble. But, 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 I could talk to my main man Otto, right? Because Otto, like, what's the spinning bee? Some of the peasant women have invited me to spin wool. Who wanted to kill Lorenz? The woman of the Johan's house. Comments. I should let Johan know I want to attend. For the Baron's death. Baron and the nun. Yeah, with this one, I agree with Mother Cecilia. I don't believe that that Sister Matilda killed Baron Rothvogel due to like the attempted rape. I don't think she did it. I just don't like. I don't have that gut feeling that she did it. I think there's too many other. What's this? Oh, I can have a better view of it. Okay. Otto Zimmerman will be willing to help. Yeah, I could. Fuck. We were so close to convincing Father Granat. We're like one away from convincing Father Granat. That fucking sucks. Ugh, then we wouldn't have had to do all this bullshit, you know? But my boy Otto is like really fucking happy with me. I mean, like, I think he's maybe happy with me. I don't know. We can see. I'm not exactly sure if I remember where Otto lives, but he sometimes works at the Abbey. Or, is it the Abbey? What the fuck? Yeah, the Abbey. But, hey, Father Thomas. Be with you, Andreas. Wait, maybe that's the mill. Elise. Else. Good afternoon. Ah, forgive me, I've forgotten your name. Andreas Mahler, master artist. Oh, a master at such a young age, it's impressive. Well, I admit, I'm not quite a master yet, still finishing my masterpiece. What is that like? Hard work, but it pays off in the end. Ah, to live a dream. It's not for like, she can't. She's a fucking woman, unfortunately. Like, she doesn't have that many options in life. It's not for everyone. As I've understood many times. Oh, are you the miller's wife? Oh, I apologize. We didn't even get properly introduced. You must be Else Mullerin. Yes, that's me. I heard Claire and Eva. Huh, nothing. I heard Claire and Eva had an artist boarding with them. That must be very exciting. They've treated me very well. Perhaps even more than Clara, hmm? Oh, I only meant living on a farm among the townspeople. Isn't it very lively? Um, Only when old Peter wakes in the night and can't find the chamber pot. Ursula brings some joy to the household, though. Such a lovely little girl. I pray that Lord may someday bless us with a daughter. Else, have you finished with your gavel? There's work that needs doing. Oh no. I'm sorry. I have to get to my labors. Of course, I apologize if I've bothered you. Until later, Mistress Malern. Until then. Can we pet Staub again? I like petting Staub. Hey, buddy. Stonemason's anger beats grave? What the fuck? talk to the... Oh, hold on. That's the widow's grave. At the end of Lucky's fishing season, what was this whole side problem? It said the innocents. That was the grave of Lucky and Agnes's daughter, Beaten. Okay. Paul. Hello. Paul, right? I don't think we've talked before. I'm Andreas. I'm staying with the Gertners. Oh, but you're not a farmer. Why are you living with the farmers? You're letting me board with them while I work in the Abbey scriptorium. You're a monk? I'm an artist. Oh, like you do drawings? Drawings, painting, calligraphy? If it goes in a book, I can put it there. Oh, is that... How do you get money? How do you get money? I love that. I loan the abbot my time, and when I'm not working his commissions, I work on my masterpiece. Art is a job, just like being a miller is a job, but it's also a calling. My dad says... My dad says drawing's stupid. It's not worth anything. Do you like to draw, Paul? Yes. More than anything. But I have to do it where Dad can't see. He gets mad. I'm sorry to hear that. But if it means a lot to you, maybe he doesn't need to know. Can I tell you a secret? Nothing on this earth would please me more, young Master Muller. Sometimes I draw in the ruins. Oh, you do with that! In the meadow, where Dad can't see. The Romans would be on. They love defacing monuments. What do you draw? Cats. Mom. I don't know. Stuff. I probably shouldn't be talking to you. Dad won't like it. You're probably right. I'll go. Until later, Paul. And hey, keep trying, alright? I will. Bye. Curious Mill. Linhart. Afternoon. You're the Gertner's boarder, aren't you? How could you tell? You look like a man of means. Yeah, I'm sure. Quite unlike the Gertners. They're rustic folk, to be sure. The only one among them with a mind is Eva. There's a smart girl. How is she, by the way? She's fine. Why? I'm only curious. She used to bring their barley to me, but Peter insists on delivering it now. Oh, is it because he tried coming on to her? You got a wife, don't you? A shame. She'd shown some curiosity about the mill. I'd hope to foster that. It is a handsome mill. She's the only windmill in Bavaria, did you know? Constructed and expecting detail from Dutch specifications. The gem of the Alps, and none of the incurious dolts here can appreciate it. Except you. Yes, I'm sure it's the peasants who are the problem. I suspect they have more urgent matters on their minds. Should be going. Until later. Until later, Master Mahler. Can we just take another look at the ruins? So these are the drawings we're talking about. Let's see Paul's drawings. Maybe I can talk to Paul about his drawings. Maybe not. I don't know. Hello. Okay, I guess I can't. Where the fuck can I find Otto? Hello, Andres. I love that it's just like that. Fucking Lucky hates me. Can I pet Schlaw again? I always gotta pet the pet. Pet the pet. That's weird that we call them pets. Because we pet them. What do you want? Good day, Lucky. Do you have a moment to talk? Make it quick. God, he's gonna hate me. I wanted to ask you about the grave of the two innocents in the forest. I saw you leave flowers there. Who were they for? That's not your business. I won't talk to you about this, Andreas. Don't ask me again. I'm not getting anywhere with him. Perhaps his wife Agnes can tell me more. Perhaps another time. That's true. We could ask his wife. Oh, what? Oh, hello, Agnes. Good day, Andreas. Good day, Agnes. Was there something you needed? You're lingering. I was hoping to talk to you about the grave in the forest. I tried to speak with Lucky about it, but he refused. Ah, yes. That does sound like my husband. I know it's not my business, but visiting a secret grave in the woods is unusual. Should we not pray for the souls of the dead, Andreas? You know what I mean. Oh god. Yeah, no, we did not persuade her. We all have our sorrows, Andreas. Let my husband and I mourn ours in peace. I understand. God be with you, Agnes. God be with you as well. Okay, so we failed that. Absolutely failed that. Did we do anything about that? Are we just like fucked? I think we're just fucked. We're not gonna find anything more about Beat. Wait, hold on. Are we looking for like clues now? Clue? Are we gonna get a clue? Hi, Ulrich. Bless you, Andreas. Oh, Anna. Anna's so cute. Hi. Hi, Gret. Andreas, such a pleasure to see you. Looking so handsome, as always. Back for more of my rye? Dear Gret, you know I can't stay away from your rye. Andreas. I was passing by and thought I should say hello. Now I must say goodbye. Aren't you a good man? Well, you're always welcome here, Andreas. And always welcome to my rye. Be well. Until later, Gret. Damn. She wants... I want a bite of her rye. Just literally just flirt in front of... That's fucked up. Can we go to Northtown? What the fuck is in Northtown? More ruins. I wonder if they're from the old Roman colony. Werner. Hello, you're the artist from Nuremberg? Matt, Andreas Mahler, journeyman artist at your service. Oh, that was Mahler. Someone mentioned you dabbled at university for a year or two. Funny. You're staying with the Gertners, yes? The Abbey does have a guest house, you know? Perhaps if I were a master, the Gertner's guest bedroom better suits my finances. I assumed you were a man of means. You give that impression. Vaguely. Ooh. Father and brother. I'm hardly destitute, but I'm no lord either. That much is obvious. In any case, you speak like an educated man, so you can't be as dull as the rest of the people around here. I studied at the University of Erfurt for a time. Ah, it's no University of Freiburg. Oh god, this is a horror. He went to private school. Fuck. How could I beat a guy who went to private school? God damn. But it's an adequate center of learning. Martin Luther attended the University of Erfurt. As I said, adequate. I'm surprised to find another university man here in Tasing. The farmers aren't known for their stimulating conversation. What are you doing? Well, he's the doctor. He's a physician around town. They seem to be hard-working and honest people to me. They might smile to your face, but they won't hesitate to speak ill of you behind your back. They expect me to perform miracles, but I'm not a saint. The rest of the townsfolk, well, There can't be more than a handful of them who know how to spell their own names. Father Gertner is too soft with them, but I suppose he has to keep them placated or risk riots on his land. Fortunately, I don't intend to stay in Tasting long. What are you planning to go instead? Innsbruck might be worth my time. I reckon you don't linger here either, Maller. Or you'll soon find yourself trapped in a marriage to a mouse-faced girl with dirt under her nails. Alas, there's already a woman waiting for me in Nuremberg. And what are you darkening my doorsteps for? You should be sprinting out of these mountains. In any case, I must ask you to go. I have plenty of work to do. Good day. Until later, Dr. Stoltz. Until then. Facing is lucky to have so much wound work growing naturally. Had to buy it back in Nuremberg. We can't talk to him about, like, other stuff? I thought there was, like, shit we needed to talk to him about. Okay. Well, we tried. Where the fuck is Otto? I wish it would tell us, like, where these people are located. So I'm not just, like, bumblefucking my way around. Hi, Andreas. Yeah, hi. Sorry. Which one was it? God. The John Bauer farm. Franz Bauer. Abbey. Cemetery. I need to dig up that fucking grave. Otto! There's my man. Afternoon, Andreas. Heard that Baron friend of yours was killed up at the Abbey. I'm not gonna say this is a great tragedy. My mentor, Brother Piero, has been blamed for the crime. One of the elder brothers, isn't he? Might have met him while I was replacing the scriptorium roof. Seemed an alright sort for a monk. Sorry to hear it. Anyway, did you need something? Otherwise, I got things to do. Do you think you could help me dig up a grave at the Abbey? Why? Do you think there's something in there that'll prove the old brother's innocent? Right? That's it. You're perceptive, Otto. Yeah, I only listen when people talk. You should try it. Did you talk to the abbot about this, Mischief? Wouldn't want to get my grubby hands all over this stuff without his permission. I don't want him to hate me. Actually, expressly forbade it. Huh. You still want me to do it? Sure, why not? I'll take a few hours, though. Especially if I'm digging alone. You don't care that the abbot said we shouldn't? What do I give a shit if he gets mad? He's an asshole. Do you want to do this now or not? I'm ready. Fine. I'll grab my tools. We're just gonna wait. So, town carpenter. What's that like? Exhausting. Not unlike this here. Satisfying, too, to make things with my hands. To feel the sun on my neck and sap under my fingers. And I haven't fallen off a roof yet. So all in all, I can't complain. Being the only carpenter in Tasting must keep you busy. Busy's one word for it. Overwork's another. It was easier my dad and I could do the work together, but since his stroke, it is what it is. But I like being a carpenter. It's necessary work, keeps me talking to everyone in town, and aware of what's troubling them. Many people in Tasting are struggling, Andreas. The peasants especially. Peasants, they'd be millers, that's where the real money is. I heard as much from Clara Gertner. They used to be able to pay a portion of their taxes and crops, but the abbot put an end to that. Now if they get a bad price from Miller, They don't have enough to pay the abbey. That's exactly the kind of thing I'm talking about. The abbot might own the land, but he doesn't work it. He just reaps the benefits of others' efforts. But it's not just him. The law, imperial law, that's what gives him power. So maybe the laws have to change. Those are the basics of civil. They are what separate us from beasts. Yeah, but lots can change. Now, let's say the law thing, I guess. Spoken like a man who's never been on the wrong side of it and probably never will be. Anyways, I should get back to digging. It's going to take a while. This is all on my own. Damn, that was a bad thing to say, I guess. Got a ways to go yet. Why don't you take a look around? Okay. Monuments, the Abbey. Oh, what's this? Brother Jacob from Cologne. Did you ever meet him? We spoke a couple of times. He was a funny man, just about the only one of these monks with a sense of humor. A funny monk. I'm sad to have missed him. He had a gift for manipulating his features and his voice to imitate the other monks. A man like that is wasted at an abbey. What about this one? Mother Brunhild. Abbetissa? I doubt anyone's in that one. Given the age, I guess she's been long moved to the abbey crypt by now. You worried Father Gertner might try to punish us for this? God willing. We'll be done before he finds out about it. So you want me to speed it up? Sure. What do you care about my back? Christ. What about this one? Sister Maria, librarian. Probably before your time. I was a boy when she passed. My father spoke well of her, though. Said she reminded him of his own grandmother, a sweet woman who loved the Lord. I expected the abbot will have her dug up soon. For the crypt. A ghoulish tradition, I've always thought. What's dead should remain buried. But then, they don't have much space here, and many of the monks aren't long for death themselves, so... Christ. Short, angry monk coming this way. Matthew's not gonna like this. I could hide, but then I'm putting Otto in a tough spot. He's not gonna be happy with me if he has to deal with Matthew on his own. But this could be a clue that unlocks the truth about who killed the Wrens. It's a little trouble if it saves an innocent man's life. Or we're destined for an earful. But we have dirt on him. Is all well here? Why would it not be? Why have you coerced a carpenter into digging up the late Brother Gerhard? To solve a mystery. If memory serves, Father Gerhard expressly forbade your involvement in any mystery, solving on Abbey premises. As a circator, it's my circator. Monk responsible for making rounds of the abbey to make certain everyone is where they should be doing what they're supposed to do. My duty to prevent mischief such as this. I made such a... Oh, they both work, right? Yeah. I made such a convincing case, the abbot couldn't help but humor me. Well, he knows no matter what. Like, I have an orator background, but at the same time, like, I caught him in the act. Have you course have you been coerced into this, Master Zimmerman? You really think Twiggy Armed Painter is able to make me do something I don't want to do? This is very irregular, but as long as the abbey's approved, it's not my place to gainsay him. Clean up when you're done, please. Hell yeah. Is that going to cause problems for you? I'll talk it over with the abbot. Work things out. Sure, just sweet talk your way out of it. Well, the sun won't wait, so I better get back to digging. Alright, we were able to get out of one bad situation. Oh, Father Matthias is here. With a wooden headstone, too. Thing must be worse for the abbey than I thought. Shouldn't abbots be buried with more marble? Most of the abbots are in the crypt or under the church. I took a look at them. I took a look at them while inspecting the foundations with Endris. That guy, okay. Cursaw's built on top of an old Roman fort. Not cheap to maintain by any means. To place them in the crypt with the marble nameplate, that can't be more than 50, 60 groschen? What's groschen? That's probably a lot. Surely they can do better than a wooden gravestone. Take it up with the abbot if it bothers you so much. Me? I think they should all get wood. Well, I've reached the body, but... What? Is something wrong with it? Looks fine enough, decay notwithstanding. But someone stuffed a stack up under his ribs. Good God, let me see. What the fuck? Ah, arcane tools. They could serve no other purpose. Tools? What do you mean? What would you use these for? Magic. Yeah, this shit's magic, alright. 2 are plated with precious metals and engraved. A silver chased rod and a golden plate. The rod has symbols of the zodiac on it. The plate has some script I don't recognize. And a knife. A knife! Seems ordinary enough, but together with the other 2 buried here. Why would someone bury them here, together? Because they're forbidden. Wait, there's blood on some of the symbols on this rod. Dry to be certain, but not that old. Remember I tried cleaning this, but wasn't able to remove all the blood. Part of some ritual? Who buried this here anyway? I can't say, but it may be connected to the Baron's murder. What? None of this makes any sense. What's going on here, Andreas? That's what I need to figure out, Otto. Thank you for your help. Oh, shit. Oh, time for Vespers. I should find someone to eat. With. I should find someone to eat. Found a number of magical tools. It appears Prior Farmer hid them here out of fear that they may be discovered. The note he wrote must have been a message for his fellow magician to dig them up at a later date. Yeah, we need to talk to that motherfucker. Alright, let's... We, like, just kind of stopped doing work, didn't we? We're just like, eh. You know what? We actually told Sabat we were gonna eat with him, with people. God bless you, Andreas. Do you have time to eat with me and some of the townspeople? Of course, I'll talk to Gret. Yeah, hell yeah. See if she wants to come along. Where should we meet you? At the Shrine of Moritz. I'll see you there. Until then. Yeah, we just did a little we flirted with her a little bit. Oh my. Andreas. Yes? Are these all the mothers from Tasting and their children? Well, no. I don't think it's all of them. Helena Pefferin couldn't make it. It's a long walk up here in her condition. And Hetty Said Hans is too big for for stories. Stories? I may have said something about your books. I like stories. He's so happy. Yes, maybe a little too much. Huh. Alright, I can tell a story. But first, let us pray together and eat. Oh Lord, thank you for bringing us together as you brought Jesus to his disciples on the road to Emmaus. With the breaking of bread between us, let us recognize each other as Christians and rejoice in our salvation through you. Amen. Amen. Oh wow, that's a lot of amens. I thank you and your husband for this bread, Gret. Let's try the bread. My Ulrich always says that bread brings people together. I don't know, I think we could see some real trouble in tasting if you ever ran out of rice. I missed this when I was in Florence. They don't have bread in Florence? Wah! Where's Florence? South, over the mountains. Last week, the blonde lady at our house with the pretty clothes, she was from Florence. Oh. Father Gernot eats a white bread, does he not? Yes. The finest wheat is used for the abbot's bread. Why? The abbot is a very important man, Paul. We have bread in my home that we call injera. We make it thin, round, and wide, and we put our food on top of it. We eat it with almost every meal. As you love the bread of your home, so I miss mine. Let's have the almonds now. Oh wow, what's the recipe? Maybe we can make it. Thank you, but no. We use a fine grain that does not grow here, called teff. I hope you find our local bread satisfying, Brother Sabat. I do enjoy it, but perhaps too much. I am becoming too accustomed to life in Rome, even life in these mountains. In truth, I can no longer remember the taste of injera, not even the feeling of it in my mouth. It is the great danger that comes with the blessing of travel, living a life between worlds. Hell yeah. I don't want to talk about bread anymore. It's so boring. Bruh. Don't be rude, Bert. I did say I would tell a story. Children, have you ever seen a Bible? Father Thom. Yeah, Father Thomas has one. It's huge. My dad has one. It was printed in Bamberg. Very good. This is a Bible from my home that I brought to give to the abbey. To the abbot. Andreas, do you have a favorite story to illustrate from the Bible? Jacob wrestling with it. Oh, that's a classic. All right, Adam and Eve. That's a classic. Jacob wrestling with the angel. That's also fucking cool. The Annunciation when Gabriel appears to Mary. That's okay. Elijah and the chariots of fire. I'm not familiar with that one. Christ being taken down from the cross. Okay. That's too classic. I'm not. That's like very like Adam and Eve. Like fuck you. I think he would my guy would also really like Jacob wrestling with the angel. Because it's very like animated. Also the Annunciation because like biblically accurate fucking angels are fucking wild. I wish I knew more about Elijah and the chariot of fire. Yeah, let's just say Elijah and the chariots of fire. Yes, the spectacle of a prophet carried bodily into heaven. It is always a wonder to see how different artists illustrate it. Now then, children, do you know the story of Jesus feeding the multitudes? Fish and loaves! My mom and dad make loaves. This is from our Bible, how we tell the story of how Jesus fed thousands from only a few fish and a few loaves of bread. Why is everyone brown? You can't just say that, Anna! You can't just ask why people are brown. God damn. Because where I am from, everyone looks like me. Why? Jesus! But I love it though. Because we are all as God has made us. I know tasting seems big to you, but the world is much bigger than we can imagine. There are many people of many different colors all over the world. There are places where no one looks like you or me. Really? It's true. In Venice, I saw people come from across the Mediterranean. Not just brothers like Brother Sabat, but people of different places and cultures, even farther away. Persians, Moors, Ottomans, each with their own way of speaking and dressing, their own customs. Brother Sabat, did you know the Baron who was murdered? Bert! Came up when I was visiting the Druckers. I'm sorry, Marie. There's nothing to apologize for. We can't shield them from the world forever. I did not know him, Bert. But do you know the story of Lazarus? No. He didn't, like, Lazarus come back from the dead. He was a friend of Jesus. He became sick and he died. Died. Ha. But Jesus brought his followers to Lazarus' tomb. He prayed to God, and when they opened the tomb, Lazarus emerged, returned from the dead. Jesus can bring people back from the dead? He can, Bert. One day Jesus will bring us all back from the dead. Everyone who has ever lived and died will come together and be resurrected on Judgment Day. Oh, she grabbed my hat! Don't say nothing. Where'd it go? Even the Romans? Yes, the Romans too. Just gonna walk across the page like that. Oh, now she's just gonna wear my hat for the rest of the game? Why did you ask about the Romans? I saw one come out of the tomb, like Lazarus. Wait, what? Paul's just... Oh my fucking god. The tomb, near the ruins where... that you can't go through anymore? Paul's just like fucking... And that makes sense because he was drawing on the fucking ruins. Like Lazarus. What do you mean, Paul? Well, the ruins below the mill, they're Roman, and they all died a long time ago. But I saw one come out the other night. They were in white, like Lazarus. Interesting. We did see that, like, ghost apparition person. And they were kind of, like, running towards that. But it said he came out. So this was before. So someone used the where Paul's drawings are, like that collapsed place, to go over the aqueduct, and then came into the abbot. I don't know what, or the abbey. Came into the abbot's a person. I gotta remember. Abbot's a person. Abbey's the place. No one came into the abbot. That would be more like Matthew. But when we left the abbey the night of the murder, we saw the person in white running back across the aqueduct, and then they went, and we don't actually know what the Roman if that Roman ruin like entrance was not destroyed before the murder. It could have, like, because we only visited that after the fact, you know? Interesting. This actually, I didn't think this would be a big clue. Like, I just felt bad for him. I'm like, he needs to have, like, food with everyone. Like, he needs to, like, be part of the community. But this is actually a huge fucking clue. You're in white like Lazarus. Let's stop telling stories, Paul. I shouldn't have been outside at night. Andreas, what does he mean? I think I may have seen something similar the other evening. What? Really? Where? The same place, by the Roman ruins. Maybe Paul did see a spirit of some kind. It's a very dire omen if that is what he saw. I will pray on this. Apologies for that, ladies, but thank you for sharing a meal with me today. I will be leaving for Rome soon, but I'm glad to have spent some time with you and your children. Thank you, Brother Sabat. It was wonderful. Don't forget to stop by the bakery before you go. I'm sure my husband will want to see you before you go. I will. God grant you all health. Alright, bedtime. It's bedtime for puppies. Bedtime for puppies. Oh, it's bedtime for puppies. It's bedtime. It is bedtime for puppies. Bedtime for puppies. Could I sleep anywhere else? Like, if I could, like... Probably not. Oh well. Guest house. Well. Man, we did learn a lot about that bullshit. Forest. Town Commons. Yeah, I don't know, man. John Bauer Farm. Need to go to this farm, the Gertner Farm. Oh, hello? Wojslav. Andreas, Christ, there you are. Brother Wojslav, what's the matter? It's the Archdeacon. He's come early. With an entire retinue until... We had 17 more hours! I had more time! No, 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 no. I have more time. He's questioning everyone who knew the Baron and Brother Piero. I already told him the little I know. Expects to speak with you tomorrow at noon. He requested you specifically. Did he say why? It's no secret you've been poking about the town and the abbey, sticking your nose in the rot. I hope your prying has bore fruit, or Piero's neck will be met with sword. We'll meet with sword. I've done my best with... I don't know if I've done my best. I'm well aware of this. I've done my best with the time I've had. Only had a couple more days. Whatever happens, Piero knows you've been working hard on his behalf, and he's grateful for it. Only... Andreas. What is it? It's just, you know as well as I do, the Baron was not a good man. I'm not saying he deserved what he got, but just... You think hard about what you felt... About what you tell the Archdeacon, and who you tell him about. You understand? You're worried I'll tell the Archdeacon about what I've heard of Sister Matilda. All I'm saying is, if in your searching you heard anything about her, I'd ask you to keep it to yourself. I'm not going to protect all the sisters because I don't know anything about them, but Matilda, I don't feel like... It sounds like she would get blamed for it, but I just don't buy it. I'm going to protect her. I'll do what I can to protect Sister Matilda from censure. That's all I would ask of you. I should return to Curacao. The abbot will be having a fit right about now. Be well, Andreas. I'll pray for Piero's deliverance tonight. You should as well. Archdeacon arrives. Oh shit. Everyone's already asleep. Yeah, it really is. It's like fucking 8 o'clock and it's bedtime for puppies. Hey. A letter from Florian? Looks like there's a note inside. Andreas, I waited for you as long as I could, but I had to perform the examination without you. The procedure was a bit rushed. It's possible I missed something, but I couldn't find a definitive sign of death. I had no choice but to report that the most likely cause is that the Baron was killed with his own knife. Fuck. I did find this note in the Baron's clothing. It was partially soaked with his blood. So, they actually fucked this game up. I wasn't supposed to know that there was another... There was another way that... there was another, injury on the Baron. Because when I was given that option, that dialogue option from the fucking, from fucking, whatchamacallit. Who was it? Father, not Matthias, right? Father Gernot? Because he was just saying, like, oh, well, he was, like, stabbed. And it's like, no, there was also another wound. The stab was self-inflicted. How did I know the stab was self-inflicted? You know, this is the issue with these types of games. Like, you know, you're gonna run into that, unfortunately. So I opened it. You're no stranger to delicate parchment, so I'm sure you can manage it better than I. I hope this gives you something to work with. I'm sorry I couldn't be of more help. Alright, let's have a look at this note. The girl who died and the innocent with her. Matten's chapter. The same as the grave I found by the old salt mine. It seems like the note was trying to get the Baron to come to the chapter house. This is the exact same bookhand and ink as the other notes I found. I'm starting to think the Baron's murder was orchestrated by someone else entirely. Someone manipulated the Baron and his killer into meeting in the chapter house in the dead of night. This is hardly a reassuring development. Without me, and he was able to determine a definitive cause of death. However, he did find a cryptic note tucked away in his clothing. Fuck. Right, it's getting late. I should get some rest. Let's go to bed. I like his little nightcap. Uh-oh. Oh, we're in Dreamland. We just went to Dreamland. Andreas, when are you coming home? Joseph. Dad, I'll be home soon. I just need to finish this commission for the Abbey. Good, good. But finish that masterpiece too. It's time for you to get on with your career. Yes, of course. You're not going to quit this like you quit university, are you? No, of course not. Good. If it weren't for the work I did for the rector, you never would have had the opportunity. Most people never get a second chance after they throw something away like that. I know, Dad. We'll see you when you get back. Alright. Sure, alright. Sabine. Oh, it's you. I only have the picture of you, the one my brother Daniel made. I really don't have any idea what you're like. Do you really want to get married to a stranger? Why should that matter? Right. Everyone keeps saying that. That's why I'm saying it to you now. Because I'm saying it to myself. Exactly. Huh. I'll see you soon, Andreas. For real, I mean. I suppose that's true. Until then. Welcome back, Andreas. It has been too long since you have graced this court with your presence. Apologies, Your Majesty. My mind has been preoccupied by the tragedy of Curacao Abbey. What manner of tragedy? The murder of a nobleman, a close friend of the Prince Bishop of Fracing. My friend, Brother Piero, is the abbot's only suspect. I know that he could not have done it. How do you know? Examine your assumptions, my son. In addition to having no motive and violence not being part of his character, he's not physically capable of the act. He is of limited strength and has a palsy in his hand that makes holding a paintbrush difficult. A whole lot of inconceivable shit happens in this hell of an earth, Andreas. I do not deny that it is possible, but I believe it is extremely improbable. So what do you intend to do about it? When I'm brought before the Archdeacon, I'll tell him what I know about other people who had motives to kill the Baron. I have to believe he'll see there are much more likely suspects than Piero. Why have you taken this task upon yourself? I have to save Brother Piero's life. He has no one else to help him. Your love for and devotion to him speak well to your character. A man who is humble before his elders honors also his gods. Of course you'd say that, old man. He is right, though. If Andreas doesn't help him, no one will. Exactly. I can't understand why the brothers and sisters cannot act against the abbot. But I must do something. Why does that shit-for-brains abbot care about the death of a useless fart like Lorenz Rothvogel anyway? Powerful people get upset when other powerful people are murdered. This could threaten the existence of the Abbey. Oh no, not the Abbey! Who gives a damn about these hypocritical assholes? In any case, Andreas' ability to prevent Piero's death depends on the judgment of the Archdeacon. Wise or foolish, corrupt or just, the Archdeacon will be the first and possibly final arbiter of Piero's guilt. Andreas must win the Archdeacon to his side using the tools favored by men such as him. Reason? Ha! When's the last time you met a man who was truly ruled by reason? Wisdom? Wisdom can be shared, but the audience may not comprehend it. Authority? Despite your talents, you are merely an artist. He has been invested with power by the Prince Bishop of Fracing. You have no authority with him. Honesty? You must be honest in all things, Andreas. But many are not willing to accept the truth. And the cost of honesty can be high. If reason, wisdom, and authority and honesty cannot triumph, what am I left with? Hope. Lies. Truth. Above all, faith and providence. What do you plan to tell the Archdeacon, Andreas? There were other people in Curacao and Tasing who had motive to kill the Baron. Sister Matilda was badly beaten by the Baron for resisting his advances. She almost died. Why was the Baron not punished for it? It seems the Baron was beyond the reach of justice, at least at the time. Mother Cecilia sent Sister Matilda away to a hermitage to recover away from the rest of the nuns. How did you come to this understanding? I crept into the Abbey's library after dark and investigated the nuns' admittance records to learn the sister's aim. Once I knew the name, I confronted Matilda and she admitted what happened. You risked a great deal by trespassing in the library. Right. Andreas might have seen the monks and nuns fucking. Scandalous behavior. Lorenz couldn't get his way with a nun and he almost killed her for it. I wish I could say it's surprising. Do you believe Sister Matilda is strong enough to have overpowered the Baron and taken his knife? Cellarer. She is one of the strongest nuns at Curacao. I don't think she did it, but I do think that she could potentially. She's stronger than Piero. Well, that is Piero opposition. It sounds more possible than probable. Are there any others you suspect? Prior Fenric feared the Baron would report his occult interest to Inquisitors. How so? Prior Fenric and the Baron shared a fascination with the occult texts. The Baron was pressuring the Prior into performing a ritual for him while he was visiting Curacao. When Fenric refused, the Baron threatened to turn him into the Inquisition. How did you come by this knowledge? I found written evidence, a letter from Fenric to the Baron in which he discusses all these matters. This dangerous thing, a monk dabbling in the occult. His very soul could be in danger. Forget the soul. He could have been defrocked, excommunicated, even killed. All for a little curiosity. Better to stay stupid and ignorant. That's what I say. Hehe. We're well aware. Is curiosity such an awful thing? No, but it was knowledge of the nature of good and evil that caused the fall of man. The seeds of some corrupting fruit may lie sleeping between the pages of many dangerous books. They also found a cipher that the Prior had left on his desk in the scriptorium. When I deciphered it, the message pointed me to a freshly disturbed grave in the cemetery. I convinced Otto Zimmerman to dig up the grave in question. What did you find inside? Occult tools that Fenric had hidden. Why hide them? And why leave the note? I suspect he hid them in case the Baron made good on his threat to summon Inquisitors to Curacao. As for the note, I am not certain. Prior Fenric feared loss of his status, his life, and even God's grace. Is Prior Fenric strong enough to disarm the Baron of his own knife and turn it against him? Perhaps with magical aid. Yes. It must be considered as a possibility given his interest and motive. Are there any others you suspect? I found no other suspects. Well, technically we could say like Attilia or whatever her name is, but I don't know. You have brought a worthy mystery before this court, Andreas. I pray to God we have granted you the insight you need to face the coming challenge. Thank you, Your Majesty. I am prepared to meet the Doi. Before you go, Andreas, there is one more thing to consider. You will be summoned to the Archdeacon to tell him what you know. But you need not tell him everything. I think I understand. There is a place for a noble eye. This is not one of them. Why? The Baron is dead. All the people with a motive to kill him suffered, either directly or indirectly, from his wickedness. Simply mentioning a name to the Archdeacon may endanger them, whether they had anything to do with the murder or not. Right. No point throwing everyone waist deep into shit, hehe. I protest any attempted deception, but you must ultimately follow your own conscience, Andreas. Little time remains before you must stand before the Archdeacon. Use it wisely. I have faith in Providence. Until we meet again, Andreas, God be with you. And also with you, Your Majesty. Damn, it's prime time! Is that what prime time is supposed to mean? Time to get back to work. Okay. Okay. Here's my thoughts. There's so many people with reasons. Like, we only had, what, 2 actual real suspects between Sister Matilda and Prior Fenric? Ferenc? How do you pronounce his name? I don't fucking know. But I don't think it's Sister Matilda and Prior Fenric. You know, we know there's some issue with Lucky. We don't know the details, but like there's his dead child is a possibility there. Athilia, whatever her name is, her husband died. I could also just say that, but I didn't say that. I mean, it didn't let me say that, but I think that's also a possible, like, you know, person. There are a ton of people. who were wronged in some way by this person. But one thing we've seen in common is that there's a letter. There is a letter that's been sent out to all of these people that kind of references it. You know, Prior Fenric, maybe he didn't do this. Maybe none of them did this. And it's someone who's trying to get the real killer to go and kill. You know what I mean? I don't know. Because I was very sure about Prior Fenric, even especially with the tools, because we know that it was blunt weapon was used to kill him, right? There's a blunt. We shouldn't know that, but we know that. There was a hit behind the head, and that's how he died. Occult hands. Let's go to back to occult hands. Prior Fenric has been acting strangely. Silver wall with the cult symbols on and traces of dried blood in the engravings. I believe it may have belonged to Prior Fenric. So this might actually be the real murder weapon. Right here. But why did they put it in his grave? Like, I don't understand. Why did they put the murder... Why not just put the murder weapon in the grave and just not have anything that references it? You know what I mean? That's the weird part. So this is the most damning piece of evidence here. But I guess my biggest concern and question is just the overarching, like, letters that have been sent out to all of these people. Can I figure out... I need to figure out the meaning of the cipher. Oh, not Widow's Curse. So he would not perform a ritual for the Baron, even if the Baron threatened to turn in. The strange is Baron. I should talk to him to find out if there's something going on between him. He's usually in the scriptorium, the abbot's house, or the prior Fenric. I found the burner of a note. It's unclear what the contents of the note, but it was written in a purple ink with exceptionally fine lettering. I don't know. He seems like the most likely suspect. But there's this thing about that letter. I honestly think someone's trying to coerce a lot of people with grudges against the Baron to kill him. Because the one thing that doesn't make sense with Prior Fenric doing this, being the murderer, is the ghost among the Roman aqueduct. Because from my understanding, Paul saw someone go through the Roman tunnel that's been collapsed now and run among the aqueduct into like going closer to the abbey. To the abbey. And then when I left the night of the murder, I saw that ghost running back across the aqueduct. Prior Fenric wouldn't have left the abbey. He would have been in there. There would have been no need for someone else to be coming and going. Something else is going on. There's some other part of this that we're missing. And we don't have a lot of time before we have to figure this out. We got this, though. I believe justice and providence.